Arrive on your mat. Prepare for a practice of non-judgment, a practice of peace and stillness. Scoot your buttocks over to a wall. Inch yourself close to the wall and extend your legs long. If there's any discomfort, you can always bend your knees, not keep your legs straight. Let your arms come out to the side to begin, and just begin to settle the back body into the earth. Try and be very mindful, not mindless. Search within yourself, your soul, for your true essence. Remain in a place of stillness with attention to the breath. Always noticing how you feel in this shape, how you feel in this pose. Looking for a default response that you always have, and then letting it go. You can move your hands to your belly. It helps you connect with your breath just a little bit more. You can even let one of your hands touch in between your breastbones, your heart center. Just connecting with your heart, connecting with the breath. Finding a place of stillness, finding a place of peace. Letting go of the ego, letting go of attachment, judgment. Letting go of the word I. Letting yourself simply be. Always noticing the breath. As you sit in stillness, let me share with you a reading by Dana Falls called Breath by Breath. Life proceeds breath by breath, deep, full, and easy. Shallow or uneven, breathing is the key to cultivating peace. Breath by breath, choose to stay present. It isn't success you are seeking, but surrender to the flow of energy. It's not control that matters, but letting go. Allowing life exactly as it is, this moment, to touch and change and breathe through you. Connecting to the breath, noticing, feeling the body, feeling everything as the belly rises and lifts. Exhaling and letting go. Connecting to the present moment as you choose mindfulness. Slowly lower your legs from the wall, come into a fetal position. Thanking yourself, honoring your body. Remaining present. Slowly press away from the earth, letting the head come up last. Remove blanket that you may have used for padding for your legs up the wall. Come into a seated position, a Baddha Konasana, a bound angle. You can move your knees and feet in close to your groin area if that's comfortable for your body. Or you can let them extend a little bit longer in front of you, more into a diamond shape. If you have some props, you can place blocks or folded blankets under your knees for comfort. That's always an option, a modification. Hold on to your ankles, the soles of your feet. Sit with a tall spine, crown reaching, and begin to lift out of the waist as you open the chest. And slowly fold forward at the hips. Trying to keep the spine extended and long, reaching over the soles of your feet. Not judging yourself or your shape, what someone else may be able to do in this pose, just moving into the moment. If there's no spine problems, allow some spinal flexion by bowing down towards the soles of your feet, holding on a little bit tighter and rounding the spine. Sitting in the moment, finding breath. Letting go of the ego, just being present in the here and the now. If you chose to round your spine, extend now, engage the belly, and come back up to a seated position. Gather the knees together, extend the legs long in front of you. Offer some self-love to yourself, massaging the thighs and knees as you prepare for your next pose. Head to knee pose, Janu Shirshasana. Fold in your right knee so it touches your left thigh. You can elevate the hips on a folded blanket if you choose to elevate the groin area, the pubic area. Again, you can place a blanket or a block underneath your folded knee. You can even bend your extended leg if there's tightness in the hamstrings, or place a blanket there. Inhale your arms alongside your ears. Turn towards the extended legs and begin to release and lengthen. Lengthen the back of the neck. Let the crown reach forward towards the toes or the knee. You can even place blocks under your forearms for comfort or support. Or your arms can just rest on the mat. Keep the extended toes flexed and reach with a long spine. If there's no disc issues, again, I invite you to offer some spinal flexion to your back by rounding, folding in towards the knee, finding the breath. Always connecting to the breath. Letting go of any ego, letting go of any tension. When you're ready to release, let your arms come by your ears, engage the belly, arms float down towards your side, unfold the right leg, extend it long, again giving yourself some self-love, massaging the legs. And this time, fold in your left leg, touching your right thigh. Remember, you can place blanket under the extended leg, roll it or a block. You can sit on a folded blanket to elevate the hips a little bit, tilt the pelvis forward. Or you can place a block under your bent knee. All modifications to help you find comfort in the pose. Inhale your arms alongside your ears, face the extended leg, and begin to reach and tilt and fold forward from the waist. Let your head reach towards your knee. Let your back of your neck lengthen as your crown reaches forward. If there's no disc issues, I invite you to round, reaching and stretching and moving into the pose a little bit deeper. With each breath, notice how your body feels. In this moment of stillness, invite your body to be mindful, to be peaceful, to be grateful, to let go of I and focus on the greatest picture, seeing how you really feel in this pose. Arms extend alongside the ears, engagement of the belly, and lift yourself up. Arms float down by your side. Fold the left knee away from the hip. Extend your legs long, self-love, towards your knees, your thighs. And begin to come into a table position. Wrists right underneath your shoulders. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And move into a few cat dogs. Exhale and round, tucking tailbone, chin, navel towards spine. Inhaling and lifting, chin, tailbone. And another time, exhaling and rounding. And inhaling and lifting the tailbone, the chest. Moving into a neutral position, walk your hands up, one palm print, tuck your toes, lift and hover your knees, and come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Walk your dog if there's any tightness in the hamstrings, pedaling your feet right to left. Coming down on the soles of your feet if your body allows. Moving your head from right to left, feeling the spine lengthen and stretch. Walking toes towards the center of the mat, fingertips towards toes. Hanging in a forward fold for a moment, Uttanasana. Hands alongside the soles of your feet. Bending your knees if there's any tightness. You can even cradle your arms into a ragdoll. Letting your fingertips rise above your knees, moving into a half lift, gazing over the front of your mat. Bending your knees, circling your arms overhead, inviting a gentle back bend. Prayer hands over your head. And let your hands release right in front of the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Giving thanks, feeling steady on the earth, soles of your feet planted into the earth. Finding your place, finding stillness, finding and connecting with the present moment. Inhale your arms over to the sides, cross your right underneath your left as you prepare for Garudasana, the eagle pose. Soles of your feet press into the earth as you bend your knees. Step your right foot back and then cross it over your left thigh. If you're very flexible, your toes can reach behind your standing supporting leg. If not, let them tip on the earth. Squeeze the palms of your hands together or touch the wrists. And just breathe. Gaze over the front of your mat, trying to keep your hips square towards the front of the room. When you're ready to release, uncross arms, uncross legs. Return to prayer hands in front of the heart center with thanks, with gratitude. Mindful, letting go of the ego. Arms reach out to the side, this time crossing left under right, pressing into the earth as you bend the knees and set your hips back. Letting the left leg step back and then cross over the right thigh. For flexible yogis, your left toes can hook behind your standing leg. If not, just kickstand the toes. Twist the arms, find fingertips, wrists, palm prints, and gaze over the front of your mat. Breathe, notice, and feel. With thanks, with gratitude. Uncross your arms, straighten your legs, and pause for a moment, always returning the hands with gratitude in prayer right in front of the heart center. Inhale your arms overhead, arms alongside ears, and set the hips back, hips pointing towards the front of the room as you move into chair pose. Twist your chair to the right, pressing the palms together, helping you with balance, gazing over your right shoulder. Soles of your feet pressed into the earth. Return to the center and then take your twist, your chair to the left. Gaze over your left shoulder. Hip bones pointing towards the front of the mat. Connecting to the breath, not judging yourself, being in the moment. Return to center. Let the legs straighten. Come up, release from your chair pose. Inhale, arms overhead, hands in front of the heart center. Anjali Mudra. Notice and feel. Preparing for more of a balanced pose, not judging yourself, moving into this pose in any way that feels comfortable. The dancer pose, Natarajasana. Inhale your left arm up as you tip the toes on the right foot. Receive the inside of the sole of your foot and begin to fold the hips as you tip the torso forward, a gentle arch in your spine. Keeping your left leg, your standing leg, supported but not locked, and gaze over the front of the mat, finding a gentle balance, a gentle arch. Returning to center, returning to Tadasana, your mountain pose, steady on the feet as you prepare for balance on the opposite side. Tip the toes on your left foot as your right arm reaches towards the sky. Your left hand receives the heel of your left foot as you begin to fold forward at the waist, pressing into the sole of your foot, feeling the gentle arch in your back, finding the breath, noticing the difference from side to side. Release. Arms float down to the side, leg touches the earth. Inhale your arms overhead, swan dive down with fluidity, with gentleness, with kindness. Move into Uttanasana, the forward fold. Half lift, fingertips right above your knees. Gaze over the front of your mat. Fingertips return to the earth as you step the right leg back and the left leg back, returning to Adho Mukha Shavasana, the downward facing dog. Walking your dog if necessary, or letting the soles of your feet reach the earth. Releasing right leg, releasing left leg, widening the knees, big toes touching, extending the torso long in front of you as you move into child's pose. Resting the body, inhaling and exhaling, letting the buttocks move towards the soles of your feet as you exhale. Feeling the expansion and the lifting and the opening of the ribs and the diaphragm on your inhale. Finding the breath. Coming up, reversing your body, coming down on your back. Hugging your knees in. Rolling and massaging the spine, moving right to left. And then moving into knee to chest pose, Pavana Muktasana. As you exhale, squeeze the knees into the chest, and on your inhale, release, massaging all the internal organs on your exhale, lengthening the back body, tucking the chin slightly. Hold the right leg in as you release the left leg. If there's any kinks in the hip, you can rotate the right knee more towards the shoulder blade. Exhale and release. Inhale and let the knee move away from the body. Exhale, massaging all the internal organs on your right side. A very gentle movement, letting your crown reach towards the back of the mat, lengthening your neck. Invite the right knee in, hug them in for a moment, and then release the right leg long. Exhale the left leg in towards the body, remembering to move it towards the shoulder blade if there's any kinks in your hip on the left side of your body. Inhale, release. And exhale, move the knee in towards the chest, massaging all the internal organs. Inhale and exhale. Finding the breath with each movement, nourishing the body, nourishing yourself. And then both knees come in and move into your Pavana Muktasana. Circle the knees right and left, releasing any tension you may have in your knees, in your hips, in your legs. Extend the legs long again into a waterfall, into a legs up the wall without the support of the wall. Let your arms reach towards your toes if it's comfortable for you. You can open your legs into a V, feeling a stretch. Open as wide as feels comfortable. Cross right leg behind left, and then reverse. Feeling a stretch in your groin. Move into a happy baby pose, lowering the knees towards the chest, reaching for the outer edges of the soles of your feet, extending back up to waterfall, legs up the wall. And then very slowly releasing right leg, releasing left leg. Preparing for your Shavasana, your resting pose. Letting the neck release from right to left, palms open alongside your body, feet splaying apart, back body being received by the earth. Feeling your body heavy, feeling your breath soften, chin slightly tucked, being very aware, although resting the body, resting the mind, noticing thoughts that may move through your mind, but letting them dissipate till the end of your practice. Finding a softness, finding a connection to the breath. Being mindful, letting go of your ego, thanking yourself for the ability to practice, for the need to practice, for wanting to practice, for understanding the relationship and the union between your mind, your body, and your spirit. slowly begin to awake. Let your thumb graze over the pad of each finger. Bend your knees, soles of your feet on the mat. Reach your arms behind you. Stretch from right to left. And then fold over into a fetal position. Thanking yourself for being here, for letting go of ego, letting go of judgment, for trying as best as possible to be mindful instead of being mindless. Press into the earth, head dangling and coming up last, and find a comfortable position or shape for your body. Crossing your legs, sitting in a sukhasana, coming back to the moment. Pressing palms together in front of your heart center. Noticing the breath, connecting to the moment. Inviting yourself to always connect to your practice. May you be guided by your heart. May you be lifted by your spirit. And may you be warmed by your soul. Sit in the moment. Find stillness. Find thanks and gratitude. Namaste.